And that kind of leads me to what I wanted to talk about anyways, Vincent. You're laying down the stepstones for me because I specifically for this question, you brought up the quarterbacks in the draft, and I think it's great to point out all the quarterbacks who the 49ers did pass on, because I think you're right. Trey Lance, I think he makes the most sense out of all the options that the 49ers could have had at number 3 overall. But even this entire offseason, let's be realistic. It didn't seem like the 49ers were going to be able to land Aaron Rodgers or Deshaun Watson. Those players just weren't available. So I think when you look outside of that, you consider the Matthew Staffords of the world, the Carson Wentz of the world, the Sam Darnolds of the world. I would much rather have Trey Lance than a veteran or a free agent type of quarterback right now. And specifically because of what you just mentioned. It's because those quarterbacks are so cheap. If you're going to be looking at Trey Lance for the next 4 seasons, the 49ers are going to be paying him less than 5% of their salary cap year after year. I mean, really, the difference between Trey Lance right now and Jimmy Garoppolo is that Trey Lance is almost three times more expensive than he is like at this moment. So it's really hard to justify one of those veterans or someone you would have to give up a ton of draft capital for, considering that 49ers did end up taking a rookie quarterback, and they are so cheap. And guess what? Now the 49ers don't have to worry about whether or not they're going to extend Fred Warner or Nick Bosa, right? It's not Deebo Samuel or Nick Bosa. You can keep almost every single player you want on this roster with Trey Lance's salary, and it's going to really help out the 49ers in the long term, I think.
Yeah, and it's not even just the fact that it's Trey Lance on a rookie deal, but I think what most 49ers fans are expecting is the eventual departure of Jimmy Garoppolo, and that frees up even more money of what you have now. And like, there's still like, even I don't think Lance has signed his contract yet, but
no, he has.
Even with that, the Niners still are in a pretty decent cap position. Like, that, it's not like they have no money. Like, they still have some decent cap room to try and do some stuff, and that's still with Jimmy Garoppolo on the roster. So the move kind of just opened up the window a little bit, I think, especially if it hits.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the pressure and kind of the main thing that's being taken away from this big trade. Not for the fact that you have a rookie quarterback now that, has a pretty high ceiling, especially in this offense, but it's just the fact that it has to work now. Like, this has to work. Like, you gave up 2 years of draft capital. You are in a win now situation with a lot of young guys on this roster that are eventually going to get paid one way or another, either with the 49ers or another team. So yeah, they kind of have, this kind of has to work. And the front office and Kyle Shanahan kind of just put it all out there, and they're willing to take a risk. And if it doesn't work, I won't be as upset knowing that they took the risk that they did. Because if they were conservative and tried to keep and work it out with Garoppolo, which, he's still on the roster now and he's still on the team, and there's still a very big chance and realistic chance that he'll be playing a decent amount of games this year. It's just knowing that they understand the importance of the quarterback position and knowing how high the ceiling could be with the right guy. I think they made the right move here.